And as we go through this journey of understanding our relationship with money and also our relationship with our own dreams, our core values, one by one we unfold one very important thing. And that one important thing is our perspective on life. What we see is what we achieve. This is a very common premise. What we imagine is what we do. Having this sense of continuity is very important, especially when you're pursuing high stake targets or when you're pursuing to manifest new assets and new money in your life. In fact, any money in our life is coming only when you have prepared the groundwork for it. What do I mean by that? Imagine you have a severe heart condition. In that case, would you go to the best cardiologist or would you go to a general physician? It's a very common question. Imagine you have marriage in your house, or you are getting married. Would you go to the best jewelry shop or to any shop that is locally available? If suppose you're going to be on national television, would you go to the best stylist? So these are the questions you must ask yourself, that when there is dire need and there is proper requirement, you will always move to the person who's a specialist, to a person who is, you know, is the best in his field and is available for you. So what does that teach us? A very simple learning in that is that we choose to invest our monies, our time to the people whom we know who are sincere and dedicated and committed to their work. So, money as such doesn't exist. Money is an energy, but also money is a commitment bond. Look at the currency note that we hold. What does it signify? What does it say? It's really a piece of paper which the government has committed to pay for. It's a commitment bond. And when that commitment exists from someone whom you trust, then it becomes money, or else it's just paper. So, more and more, work with this idea, where does money generate from? And how can we generate this money? And where will it come into our life? As we move further in our works, we always realize one aspect, that money can come from only two ways. One is when we work for it, and second is if we just receive it in some way that we have not imagined. But in both the conditions, you have to be available to receive it. You have to be mentally prepared and your requirements clear, and at the same time, your image has to be available to receive it. What do I mean by that? Imagine you have you're going to book a caterer. Even though the caterer is very expensive, you will go ahead and give an advance. Why? Because you know that this person has developed his goodwill and he will deliver. The highlight here is goodwill. If you have a certain urgency and if you approach your friend and he will also offer you money, if he knows you've been sincere and dedicated all your life, you're easy to receive this favor from him on the basis of your goodwill. In some of the countries in the world, Goodwill is also part of the accounting system itself. Goodwill is really what we develop, and goodwill is really what money is. Every day, the work we do compiles, piles up to developing an integrity, a goodwill, and when people start recognizing you with that image, that is when they start giving their money to you. So, this is a common sense, but it is not such a common practice. We want to identify where do our actions lead us, and are our actions speaking the same language that we are speaking? Are our actions promising the same result that we are speaking of? And when these two things come in integrity, that is when money starts to come to us. Integrity is the core value. And what is integrity is what we are going to realize today. But one thing is very clear: the commitment that we offer in one area of life and the integrity we offer in another area of life, if they're not in line, it doesn't work. It is not that you can be sincere and committed in just one part of your life and be very loose and casual in the other part of your life. It is bound to catch up because that's how our society, our life, and everything is constructed. It is your own goodwill, it is your own commitment, it is your own confidence when you see yourself performing that finally attracts the abundance you're looking for. So, how you behave in one part is exactly how we must behave in every part of our life, and that establishes our credibility. We might even have a charity organization that approaches us, and even they are able to earn money or receive money based on the goodwill that they have generated. So, money as such is just a medium of exchange. What is receiving money is your years of goodwill that you keep piling up. Goodwill by your words, goodwill by your actions, and goodwill by your thoughts. Ultimately, it is you who's going to pay yourself. So if you believe that the way I act and the way I speak and the way I think does not really matter, then you will always feel a certain gap in your receiving. So, how you are thinking also has to be in line with the goodwill that you're offering. So, today we're going to deep dive into this thought process of how the things that we promise to deliver, the things we are demanding to receive, and the thoughts we are putting out in the world, how are they in line and how can they become in line so your goodwill in the world is multiplied and becomes stronger, and that becomes a money magnet. So, having said this, finally, no matter where you are in life, and sometimes life can challenge us, but goodwill can start to be built up from any point of time. That's the beauty of this universe, that from the day you decide to commit, it is accepted. if you're sincere, dedicated, and you're moving with a sense of commitment, that vibration is well received, is understood, and people respond to it. It is not dependent on the words you speak. So let's bring our action, our work, our thought, and our dreams in one line that can compound what we receive, and then that can really bring the abundance we are looking for. So, with this, let's start our daily meditation and our journey to explore all our core values and the opportunity to realign and retweak and optimize whatever there is to make us go to the next level, to a higher level. So please find a quiet place and we may begin with our meditation.